There are some cracking encounters in the PSL this weekend, and Banele, let's preview this weekend's matches, starting with a fascinating game between Maritzburg United and Cape Town City.
It is a fascinating game indeed, Benedict, because when you look at this game, it's a repeat of the MTN 8 quarterfinal where Cape Town City beat Maritzburg United 1-0 at the Pikwa Stadium. But now this is a different Maritzburg United. When you look at Cape Town City also, they played a cup final last week, Saturday. They won, they went to extra time, and they played a game on Tuesday. So I think you'd expect them to lose focus a bit for a week or two since they won the MTN 8. So yeah, in this game at the Friday night, you know how Maritzburg performed on Friday night at the Pikwa Stadium. So at 31-20, I'd go for Maritzburg United due to home ground advantage there.
I'd like to disagree with you there, because I saw Cape Town City playing so well against SuperSport United on the weekend, winning the MTN 8. And in midweek, they lost 2-0 to Wits, but they had fielded a weakened side. Only 3 players had participated in that final. So I'm expecting them against Maritzburg United to put out a strong side and try to win this match convincingly. As far as Maritzburg United are concerned, I saw them struggling against AmaZulu in midweek, and I don't think they'll be able to hold their own against Cape Town City. And moving right along, because I say Cape Town City, you say Maritzburg, right? Right, moving right along, Free State Stars take on Bloemfontein Celtic.
So yeah, Free State Derby, it's never an easy game there, but it's always an interesting game for the people of the Free State there. So when you look at Celtic, Steve Compella has done a phenomenal job. They're keeping the players happy, getting the results despite the players not getting their salaries and all of that. So it's not easy to motivate someone who's not paid in any company. So he has done a phenomenal job. That's why he got Coach of the Month there. So in this game, Free State Stars, they haven't been getting the results. And with Free State, with Bloemfontein Celtic, in the way they are, they've lost Alfred Ngwenya this week. So I think for me, I think it's just a written draw all over it. At 7-4, I'll take the draw.
I'll say with one of their star players, Alfred Ngwenya, Bloemfontein Celtic are in trouble, and I'm expecting Free State Stars to win this one.
Okay, 17-10.
17-10, absolutely. Good value. Kaizer Chiefs and Polokwane City play behind closed doors in Durban.
Yeah, when you look at Kaizer Chiefs on Tuesday, they were unlucky not to beat Highlands Park, as we saw Pule Extin missing two easy chances there. But Kaizer Chiefs played really well, and they've also been rotating their squad, so I'm expecting them to do well against Polokwane City. If there were fans at the Moses Mabhida Stadium, I'd say it's an easy win for Kaizer Chiefs. But I think they'll scrape through this one due to the fact that it will be played behind closed doors. So at 15-20, I'd take Kaizer Chiefs. What would you take?
I'm also taking Kaizer Chiefs. Highlands Park, Siyabahlaba Siyabangena take on Chippa United. I like saying this, Siyabahlaba Siyabangena.
Yeah. No, Babahlaba Babangena for real, and they've played really well this season. They've done nothing wrong. For me, I see Highlands Park going all the way to the top 8. They've done really well. So at 23-20 against Chippa United, who've been changing coaches and all of that, I'd go for Highlands Park at home. They've been playing really well at Tembisa.
I also say Siyabangena, Siyabahlaba, Highlands Park win this one. AmaZulu host Orlando Pirates.
Well, when you look at AmaZulu, they are 3-1 against Orlando Pirates at home at the Ngwenya Stadium. I don't understand why they are 3-1. They've played really well. If you remember their last big game at the Ngwenya, they hold Mamelodi Sundowns to a 3-3 draw, and they also drew against Kaizer Chiefs last season. So they're not an easy team to beat at the Ngwenya Stadium, and they've been docked 6 points. So they'll fight really hard because they need to be in the top 8. They need to survive relegation. 6 points is a lot of points. So 3-1 for me. It's just not right. It's not the right odds for AmaZulu. What do you say?
I'll say it's not the right odds because they've been involved in that relegation dogfight, as I've already mentioned. But they're playing a Pirates side that is among the league title contenders, and they really can't afford to lose grounds on the likes of Bidvest Wits and Kaizer Chiefs. So I'm backing a Pirates win. Yeah. Who are you backing?
No, I'll just take a draw in this one.
Take a draw.
Yeah. I can't separate them. I draw 21-10. I think it's a fair result.
All right, I'm backing a Pirates win. Banele is backing AmaZulu, is backing a draw in this particular encounter. Golden Arrows and Black Leopards do battle.
Well, these are two teams that haven't been convincing this season, but because of home ground advantage, I'll just go for Golden Arrows. I mean, Black Leopards, they haven't really done what I expected them to do this season. So I'll go for Golden Arrows at 13-10 at home.
I'm expecting a dull, boring encounter. KG affair as well, so I'm backing a draw in this particular one. And Sundowns and Bidvest Wits go head to head.
Well, when you look at again the odds here, Wits are 3-1. And I don't understand why they are 3-1. Sundowns haven't been convincing this season. They were out in the MTN 80, they were out in the CAF Champions League, and they went like on a 4-game streak without scoring. So for me, I don't think Wits should be a 3-1 against this Mamelodi Sundowns team that lost Percy Tau and Kama Billiard. So for Sundowns, I just don't see why they so huge favorites. For me, I don't understand. I think the bookie got it wrong. What do you think?
I also don't understand, and I'm gonna back value in this one. I'm backing a Bidvest Wits win.
Well, I understand where you come from. They beat Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates already, so a 3-1 Wits is a good bet.
Another potentially boring encounter, Baroka and SuperSport United.
Yeah, it definitely is a boring encounter. I mean, when you look at SuperSport, also they played the final in the MTN 8 on Saturday, so they also a bit tired and all of that. And Baroka, they just have been very boring this season. They're very defensive, so I'm expecting a low-scoring game here. If I were to bet, I'd just put my money on under 2.5 goals. I don't see 3 goals being scored in this game.
Actually, I didn't think about that until you brought it up now. And if you look at these teams, SuperSport United being held to a 1-1 draw by Polokwane City in midweek, playing to a goalless draw against their Cape Town City in the MTN 8 final. And Baroka playing so well and not scoring. So backing under 2.5 goals actually does make sense.
Yeah, and there's also a big game going on in England, Liverpool and Man City. I mean, Liverpool at 15-10, they've beaten Man City like the past 3 times. So they always beat Man City at home. If you're talking about a team that knows how to boss Pep Guardiola's Man City, I think it's Liverpool. At 15-10, would you take Liverpool to win?
Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp knows how to beat Pep Guardiola,
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
So I'm backing a Liverpool win.
I'm also backing a Liverpool win.
All right, those are our analyses. Let us know your thoughts. Leave your comments below and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For more soccer betting tips and previews, get yourself the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Best branch.